Hi, everybody. Well, it's the 24th day of school and I haven't done a Feed Up Friday yet. Oop, I'm so sorry. I have been a little overwhelmed. As anyone who is a teacher probably knows, the beginning of the school year is never easy. However, this has probably been one of the roughest beginnings I've had in many years. Obviously the COVID year, 2020, 2021 was the hardest year of teaching, but this year has been not that hard as 2020, 2021, but it's been super challenging. And that is because I have a couple students, but one in particular who is extremely challenging. And yeah, so he's rough. I am looking down while I'm talking to you because I'm making, oh, look at these cute bows. They're so cute. They're by a gal on Teachers Pay Teachers called A Perfect Blend is her handle. And she has created these bulletin board sets. I bought one for the beginning of the year that had like the bows look like little crayons. Oh. And now she's got a fall one out. I couldn't resist. So cute. Anyway, go on Teachers Pay Teachers, check her out. She's got a billion cute things. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on while I'm talking to you. This week, of course, for everyone who lives in the United States of America was pretty tough. We had another school shooting on Wednesday in Evergreen, Colorado, and I live also in Colorado. I'm not super close to Evergreen, maybe an hour and a half away. But that was hard. And then that same day, there was another shooting, an assassination of a man that I don't really know anything about him, other than what I've heard on the news. I guess his name is Charlie Kirk. He was very young. And any gun violence, I could never get used to any gun violence against anyone. It just feels like what is happening in our world right now. Also on Wednesday, I got an email from our special ed coordinator that she couldn't be at school on Thursday because she was sick. And I got an email from my principal that he was going to be gone on Thursday and Friday. He's officiating a wedding, which I think is wonderful. And our assistant principal is out on medical leave. She's having some health issues. So I knew Thursday I was going to be alone with this student who nobody else in the building really knows anything about except those three people. And there had just been this school shooting, and there had just been this assassination of this man. And boy, it felt horrible coming to school on Thursday morning. Because I felt alone, and also because of where we're at as a country, it just feels so awful. I don't want to say hopeless. I do feel like there's hope. I feel like Americans over many, many years have overcome many things, and many really tough things. I know we can work through this. I just hope in the end I won't have to feel fearful of coming to school. I don't understand why someone would want to walk into a school building with helpless children. During our lockdown on Tuesday, I had a student, and this was just a practice lockdown. I had a student, all of my kids, of course, had questions. They're 6 years old. Why are we doing this? Why? What if this? What if that? What if this? And so for most of the questions, I really can't answer them. I don't know. Why would someone walk in our school who's dangerous? I don't know. I really, it's horrible. And so what I just tell kids is my number one job is to keep you safe. My number one job is to hand you over to your mom and dad at the end of the day. That's my number one job. My number two job is teaching you, but my number one job is keeping you safe. And I just kept repeating that with every question. My number one job is to keep you safe. I'm here to keep you safe, and I will keep you safe. Which, maybe that's lying. But I'm going to do everything I can to keep them safe. And I had a student, after saying it probably 4 or 5 times as I answered each question, he raised his hand. He said, "Mrs. Campbell, does that mean you would sacrifice your life for us?" And I said, "Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm here to keep you safe. And if that means I have to sacrifice my life for yours, I will." And I said those words out loud, and I really haven't stopped thinking about that this week. And then there was the shooting, and it's super heavy. It's super heavy. And then on top of that, I was going to have nobody here for me on Thursday and Friday. And so that felt really bad. And Thursday was very hard. And I think some of it was my own attitude. Today was a lot better, even though I still had nobody here for me today. That knows my really hard student. But today was better. I think yesterday wasn't as good, and I was really considering that around lunchtime. I started thinking, I wonder why I'm doing better today. I think some of it was social media. It's hard to see all of that after school shootings, after the assassination of that man, Charlie, is so much. And also, I just think I tried to turn my attitude around today, and with the kids, I was just like, okay, I need to be here for them. Even my challenging student, my students who are following the rules and doing the right things, and I need to, be there for them, and I need to have a good attitude for them, even though everything else feels terrible. So today was a lot better. Today we had fun. They had made a bingo, which is my way of getting them to move to do transitions easily. Is if they do it in a certain amount of time quietly, then they earn a bingo card. And so they had earned their bingo cards, and they had made a bingo, and they had a donut party today. So we started off on a really fun celebratory note, and it made the whole day so much better. The kids had a great day. I had a great day. I'm still exhausted. I still had to email several parents. I still had to put in some behavior referrals. However, it was a better day. I am hopeful that soon my student who is struggling will start doing better. I'm only on day 24. It's only day 24. On day 1, he took his shoes off 6 times. Today, he only took them off once. Yesterday, he didn't take them off at all. On day 2, he was cutting people's hair. Today, he cut leaves to make this wreath that we were making. We put a poem in the center. He cut the paper for the poem, and he didn't cut anybody's hair. I did buy him scissors that won't cut hair, but he didn't try to cut anybody's hair with the scissors that don't cut hair. So we're making progress. I'm hoping soon I will come on here to tell you, wow, he's doing amazing. But right now, it's rough. And I'm tired. But we're going to make it. All right. Have a great weekend. And hopefully I'll see you next Friday.